With Bosch legacy officially over, the future of the franchise remains relatively bright. Besides, the franchise has already survived one finale, as the original Bosch ran from 2014 to 2021 before being revived with Legacy. One more change is not necessarily worrying, though it remains to be seen how the next transition will impact the franchise. After 8 seasons of Bosch content, the next show will be moving to honor another major character in its cast. Unfortunately, it failed to appropriately honor Bosch, Titus Welliver, by setting up that series. Though the original Bosch had a smooth transition into its spin-off, the sequel show struggled with its own finale, which was released on April 17. Rather than honoring the series as a whole, it stumbled in the final steps and severely hampered its own narrative progression. The upcoming Ballard spin-off could still succeed, but one major mistake severely hurt its prospects before production even had the chance to begin. In focusing on a future-oriented finale, Bosch Legacy completely squandered its ending. Bosch Legacy used the finale as a backdoor pilot. Legacy never had an opportunity to stand out. Bosch Legacy's Season 3 finale should have been a celebration of Bosch's story. This is a show that has consistently maintained a slow pace, giving the necessary space for the characters and the story to evaluate and evolve. Unfortunately, rather than building the cases throughout the show's run, Legacy rushes through 3 separate cases in the final episode alone. The Flower Girls alone could have taken an entire episode, but the show also resolved the stories of McShane, Michael Riley Burke, and Zarillo, Manuel Uriza. Unfortunately, this finale functionally serves as a backdoor pilot for Detective Renee Ballard, Maggie Q's spin-off, though her character has not had much exposure in this show. It is a natural concept for a spin-off, given that author Michael Connolly wrote series for both Bosch and Ballard. A backdoor pilot also allows audiences to gain some familiarity with Ballard before she headlines her own show. With little screen time in Bosch Legacy, audiences needed an opportunity to meet and respect the character. A mid-season introduction to Ballard would have been both effective and interesting, but the finale should never have been focused on her. This was Bosch's show, and Bosch deserved to be the central focus of the final episode of his own series. Bosch will still appear in the Ballard spin-off, but he will never again have the opportunity to lead the entire show. Without that opportunity, it would be impossible to properly conclude his story in any believable way. Even then, the break from his personal focus will make it difficult for audiences to reconnect with him. Ballard will struggle to make up for Bosch Legacy's disappointing ending. The franchise risks losing momentum. Titus Welliver as Bosch speaking in Bosch Legacy Season 3 Episode 10. The only way to make up for Bosch Legacy's divisive ending is to do it through Ballard. Unfortunately, that will be an extremely difficult prospect, as the show is intended to tell Ballard's story, leaving little chance to divert completely to someone else's narrative. If it does change gears to focus on Bosch, it will similarly fail to feature Ballard in the same way that the previous finale failed to connect with its leading character. Instead of improving upon the mistakes, the show would be repeating them in earnest. Even an attempt to improve upon the finale will come too late. It will be months before Ballard's release, so any hope of finishing Bosch's narrative will come long after the ending. The new show attempting to finalize Bosch's story will not satisfy any viewers, given the lengthy delay. It would detract from Ballard, breaking that show's momentum while also failing to properly improve upon the original show. As rewarding as it would be to attempt to fix Bosch Legacy, it would only be a bandage on a gaping wound. Just as the original Bosch show succeeded because of its quality writing and performances, the spin-off will need to gain a good reputation of its own. It will already be starting at a deficit, given Bosch Legacy's disappointing finale. If viewers are already sour on Detective Ballard's character, then this upcoming show needs to find a way to improve its reputation by any means necessary. Becoming an unnecessary sequel to Bosch's story will not achieve that. The only way to truly fix the franchise's reputation is to focus on turning Ballard into quality TV.